Hey there, Agile Adventurer. Just a quick question. What if, for the price of a fancy coffee or half a pizza, you could unlock over 700 hours of the best Agile content on the planet? That's audio, video, e-courses, books, presentations, all that you can think of. But you can also join live calls with world-class practitioners and hang out in a flame war-free and AI slop-clean Slack with the sharpest minds in the game. Oh, and yes, you get direct access to me, Vasco, your Scrum Master Toolbox podcast. No, this is not a drill. It's the Scrum Master Toolbox membership. And it's your unfair advantage in the Agile world. So if you want to know more, go check out scrummastertoolbox.org/membership. That's scrummastertoolbox.org/membership. And check out all the goodies we have for you. Do it now. But if you're not doing it now, let's listen to the podcast. Hello, everybody. Welcome to one more episode about the product owner this time with Florian Georgescu. Hey, Florian, welcome back.
Hi, Vasco. Hi, everyone.
So Friday is product owner, of course. And on Fridays, we talk about how great product owners do what they do. But before we dive into that, we also want to know how anti-patterns emerge in the product owner role. So share with us, Florian, what might have been potentially the worst product owner anti-pattern you've witnessed in your career.
Maybe not the worst, but the most often that I have witnessed was this command and control anti-pattern of the product owner, and I've experienced this mainly in big organizations. And the story that I'm going to tell is from one of these big organizations. It was a product owner that transitioned from a formerly project manager role. And it had this command and control anti-pattern style. This was shown when he took decisions, technical decisions for the team. In short, a little bit of context, the team was quite small, very good from a technical perspective. We had this former project manager, which has been in this role for 20, 30 years. And then overnight, or maybe not overnight, but then he transitioned to the product owner role. He had very good business knowledge, so product knowledge, but also very good technical knowledge. What he did was actually he took technical decisions for the team without involving most of the time the team. And the team on one side, what's also important, the team was spread, so he was in one location. The team was here in Romania. The team appreciated him and his technical skills, but you could see when you have, this is what I've seen, when I had the conversations with them, I saw this frustration, the fact that they were not allowed to voice their opinion. And sometimes the technical decisions that were taken by the product owner proved to actually delay the delivery and induce even more technical debt. And obviously, I was thinking, okay, what is the best way that I can mirror this behavior, and how to address this with the PO. And I had first a conversation with him, explained him a little bit about what is the purpose of the PO and the role and so on and so forth. It was mainly a theoretical conversation, and I didn't expect too much to change out of this conversation. But what I proposed to him was to make an experiment about the decisions. We called it the decision journal experiment, and we did this experiment, I think, for 3 or 4 sprints.
What was the experiment like? So you called it decision journal, but what were you asking the PO to do?
We wanted to document every decision that was taken regarding that product. So it was the structure of the journal. We documented it in Confluence, but it was a decision record, right? So what was the decision, at which date, who made the decision, whether we considered alternative solutions for that decision, and also what was the expected outcome for the decision. And then we also classified the decision, whether it was a business one, technical one, and so on and so forth. And what we did, so basically we documented every decision for 3 or so sprint. And in every retrospective meeting, we analyzed the decisions and their impact. And what was important, and I think it had also a big impact on the PO, was the fact that those technical decisions that he took without considering the options of the team, their outcome was actually worse than if we would have chosen a different path. And we understood, that sometimes we need to introduce technical debt to get something done faster. But on the other side, there were also decisions, and it was black on white. There were also decisions that were taken without considering alternative solutions, which in the end took longer to implement, and also the outcome was not the expected one. And I think this was having this mirror. I think this was super important for that product owner, and also very important for the team, because this gave them courage to speak up and voice their opinion.
That's actually a very good point. The mirror isn't just to help the product owner. It was also to help the team to have courage to voice their opinions, even if in the end the decision would be different, but at least they would bring it up. Because when we voice our opinions, we have the chance of coming up with a different solution that is better than what's being discussed at that point. So I think that was a great insight, that it's not a mirror only to the PO, it's a mirror to the team. And one thing that I want to emphasize here is that when you have a PO or anyone that is making a lot of decisions, that means that the other team members are stepping back. And this is the important realization, is that the PO would not take those decisions if the team had taken the initiative to bring up other, potential considerations in the decision making. But when teams step back, the POs lean in, especially if they have a project management background. So it's for both, right? It's a mirror for both. That's a great insight. But of course, there aren't only bad product owners. There are also some amazing product owners out there, Florian. So let's celebrate one of those. Share with us potentially the best product owner that you've ever worked with. How did they work?
It was really a privilege to work with that person. What's interesting and nice at the same time was that when we started to work together, the product owner started from scratch this role. So he came from the business.
By starting from scratch, you mean that this product owner was not familiar with the technology or the team?
He was familiar with the team and with the business. Yeah, so he had very good. He came from the business, but he didn't know about the responsibilities and the role of product owners, and for him it was also a learning period. But I think what was exceptional at this product owner was this combination of skills and approaches. First, it was this communication style, which was super transparent and engaging, and second was his desire to continuously learn, and he was also super humble to accept that there are things that he doesn't know, and there are things that he knows, and but still he wants to to hear also other opinions about it. So it was not difficult for him to take a decision, but he's open to take also other opinions. And I remember the tools that he used to communicate effectively, and one of them was we were back then in the office. We had an open product canvas. So next to him, he used a wall where he documented basically everything related to his product. Obviously, it started small, with a roadmap and such, but then slowly it evolved really in a very nice information radiator about the product, and it was very helpful also for the engineers, because every time they went to discuss with him, they saw it there, and they had discussions around it. Then what I appreciated, another thing that I appreciated a lot, is the relationship building, not only with his stakeholders, but also with the engineers. Engineers came very easily to talk to him. He organized, I remember we had this Storytime Tuesdays, which were some informal refinement sessions. Although we had refinement sessions, these were more informal ones, optional ones, where he and the developers discussed about upcoming user stories. They were exploring also different approaches on how to solve different problems. He also shared with them information about the users and the needs. And I think this informality aspect made it very attractive to the developers, and helped also have these relationships with developers, which were very helpful, because they gave the developers felt very easy to give him input. They were also not shying away when something couldn't be done, or when something took longer to be done, or when they were proposing alternative solutions. But also, he was very respectful, and he was also very open to listen to their opinions. And another tool that we used back then, which was also very helpful, was sort of a reflection tool for every feature. It was a sort of a feature learning card. We realized, so we had our roadmaps split in quarters, and obviously if we delivered a feature at the end of the quarter, we just moved to the other one. And we realized that we are not learning at all about what we did, when it comes to numbers, when it comes to impact. So what we did is, at the end of the development of every feature, we created this feature learning card, where we discussed about the name of the feature, what was the outcome, or the hypothesis, and then the outcome. And we also had some numbers attached to it. So we had a point of departure and point of arrival. This also helped a lot reflect on what we were doing, and also helped a lot to the engineers reflect also on their practices, and also on more technical or enablement features that they have implemented. So it was really nice to have this feature learning cards.
Yeah, that's a great tool, feature learning cards, where you learn about the impact of the features that you've delivered together with the team. That's a great tool. Thank you for sharing that, Florian. Now, we're getting close to the end, but before we go, if people want to get in touch with you and know more about the work that you're doing, where should they go?
They can find me on LinkedIn. I'm quite active on LinkedIn, so they can find me there.
Absolutely. So everybody check out Florian's LinkedIn page. It's on the show notes. And why not ask a few follow-up questions? Talk about a specific tool or idea that you liked from this week and get a conversation going. We learn as a community as well. Florian, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much for being here and sharing all of that wisdom and knowledge with us.
Same here, Vasco. Thank you for having me. It was really nice to be here.
All right, I hope you liked this episode. But before you hit next episode, here's the deal. This podcast is powered by people like you, the members who wanted more than just inspiration. They wanted real tools and real connection to people who are practicing Agile every day. We're talking access to over 700 hours of Agile Gold, CTO level strategy talks, summit keynotes, live workshops, e-courses, deep dive interviews, books, and if you're into no estimates, we got the pioneers of no estimates in those deep dive interviews as well. Agile business intelligence, creating product visions, coaching your product owner courses, you name it. You'll get invites to monthly live Q&As with Agile pioneers and practitioners, plus a private Slack community, which is free of all of that AI slop you see everywhere and, of course, without the flame wars. It's a community of practitioners that want to learn and thrive together. It's the best place to connect with community and learn together. So if this podcast has helped you before, imagine what you will get from this podcast membership. So head on over to scrummastertoolbox.org/membership and join the community that's shaping the future of Agile. And we have so much for you. So check out all the details at scrummastertoolbox.org/membership because listening is great, it's important, but doing it together, that's next level. I'll see you in the community Slack.
We really hope you liked our show. And if you did, why not rate this podcast on Stitcher or iTunes? Share this podcast and let other Scrum Masters know about this valuable resource for their work. Remember that sharing is caring.